Welcome to my channel. You didn't have to be here, but you're here. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Enjoy the ride. Gang, gang. Behind them shades, hide much pain, hides the tears. This too shall pass.
That's a nice beat
We are
right
in the
there,
works
chat.
of letting it go. I salute this healing journey.
Keep your head up, soldier. Keep your eyes on God. Let the tears fall where they will, but don't you dare give up.
That's that good Lord.
In the mind of an overthinker,
Yes, sir.
it feels so bad, and you're questioning everything in life and wondering at this moment, will I ever get up? How did I ever let things get this bad?
Yeah. Fire and ice. It ain't always what it is. Be here right there. What up, chat? It's your girl Big Bro, and I'm back with another video for
Storytelling.
y'all. What's up, gang?
Let the emotions
Ain't been
begin.
a minute.
Buckle
Yeah, I
your
know.
seatbelt
Y'all must have thought I
and get
left
ready for a
y'all
ride.
something. Nah, we wasn't doing that. What's up, chat? And I've been right here. I've been right here, chat. I've been right here. Pot. I've been right here. There's been I just been going through the motion and just trying to get things together in my life, get straight, do the right thing, trying to make some changes to some things and trying to get through some things too. Things been things have been crazy, but you know, I gotta get back on track. Yeah, I gotta get back on track. That's the most important thing. Just get back on track. Stay on track. It's 2026, what we doing. Can't keep doing old stuff. You gotta do new stuff. Do things crazy different. You gotta be different. We gotta live different. And we gotta know
You
and
gotta trust
understand what we
God.
doing, so we
You
can
gotta
stand
believe in
corrected
God
and do things
more
the
than what you
right
see.
way, the way we supposed to do things, and not just allow things to keep being old and expecting new results, different results. It's just that ain't how it goes, Chad. It ain't like that. Well, I mean, things is different, especially when you take that leap of faith and you decide that you want to get off the fence and get right with God. For me, it's been my biggest thing is consistency. The devil be trying me, but not only the devil. I think God be testing my loyalty too. But sometimes I fail because I allow my flesh to take over what I know better, and I don't stay right sometimes. But I've changed that, because I know I need God. I know I can't stride the fence. I can't stride the fence. And everything that is out my life has to stay out my life. Nothing has been restored in old relationships. And I can't do it. I can't go backwards. Life is moving forward and there's nothing back there for me. That's why it's back there. And I thank God for the eyesight that He's given me, because a lot of things I went through, I never would have been able to get past. And I haven't understood why I've gone through them, but I'm starting to accept the fact that maybe I'm not supposed to understand. I went through it. And also, I was brought out of it. And that's why I know I can't go back and revisit that. Old relationships, bad habits, people that meant me no good in my life. I have to realize where I'm at in life, and I'm here by the grace of God. So therefore, the grace and mercy over me, I have to keep moving forward. I have to go forward. And everything that was removed out of my life was because I asked God to remove it. Why ask God for something you want to keep holding on to? That's insanity. That's the true definition of insanity. Repeating the same psychotic situations and getting the same results is the definition of insanity. Doing old and expecting the new and you're getting the same. I mean, that's that's insane, But in recovery, that's what they say. That's the definition of insanity. Is doing old things and expecting new results, and you're going to keep doing old things and you're going to keep getting the same results. Why? Because you're doing the same things and nothing new is going to come from it. Right. So chat, I just I got to learn to do things different and be consistent in difference and understand difference is different for a reason, and understand that different is different because it's it's what you're entitled to. Different. You're not entitled to the same. Um, no day of the week is the same. No month is the same. No year is the same. It's all different. It's the expectancy, which is the problem. But chat, we expect different, but we do the same stuff. And for me, I'm starting to learn that I have to change that. And I'm learning to stop having so much expectancies on people, because they're not going to be like me. They're not going to do what I would do. They're not going to come through like I would come through. Or I've changed, maybe people haven't. You could pretend to change, or you could say you change. Eventually, your actions will show. Chad, I'm thankful for Lent coming up because I have some cleansing I need to do within my life. And it's going to change me. It's going to change me. But I'm going to get on board with my church family and I'm going to be solid in it. Go me. I'm going to attend Lent and I'm going to Lent away. And I'm going to be proud to Lent because um, God has been speaking to me and He's been telling me that I need to fast. So this came right on time. Came right on time. Came came right on time. And I thank God for speaking to me because I need him. I can't at all. I can't deny the fact that I need God. I need God. Uh, more than some people do. I need God, chat. I need God. I need God in my life. I need God in my child's life. And I can't let my child let God down or not be holy. And I can't not let my child not put God as a priority because God is in my life. God is in my life. And I can't let my son, I can't let my child not make him the head in his. And the world is so corrupted and it's so full of hatred and enemies and so full of deceit and hurt and pain that I need my son to stay covered in the blood of Jesus. I need my son to believe in a higher power. I need my son to believe in something, chat, that is going to save him. Because I don't need him to think that he's saving himself. Excuse me, chat. I need my son to be a strong believer. And I want my son to be a prayer warrior. And I believe in my heart that God, with the strength of God, I'm going to see that. I'm going to see that. And I'm rebuking any and all that's rising up against him. I'm rebuking it to the fullest. But I'm just gonna keep going, and everyone that's praying against it, I'm gonna pound harder because I know what God has done for me. Mm. Jesus, I know what God has done for me, chat. I know what God is still doing for me. I know where God has brought me, and I know where I've been. And I can't give it to anybody other than God. I'm sorry. Everyone has their own beliefs and everyone prays their own prayers into whoever they pray in, but I just know what I've seen. And I know where I've been. And I know what I've gone through that I couldn't pull myself out of. It had to have been God. And I'm I'm so thankful for my son alone. My son don't know. He don't know how much he changed my life. He doesn't know how much he adds to my life. And he doesn't know how much I appreciate him to the fullest. Even just being a child, he's gone through some things in his own life, and to be able to still be here, just God. Just God. And I'm proud to say he's my son. He's my son. And I don't care what type of man he becomes. That's his choice. But I'll still be proud to say that's my son. And one day I'll sit back and we'll laugh about everything. That's my son. And I'm grateful for that blessing. And my daughter, I'm I miss her so much. I understand her meaning, but it's well overdue for her to let it go now. She was put in my life as well for a purpose. I made a lot of mistakes with my daughter that I didn't make with my son. But I grew up too. I'm grateful that God still has me here. So many times I shouldn't have been. Chad, I've been through some things. Just even by people who said I love you. I've been through some things. Been through some things from people in the street. I've been through things with the police. I've been through things that were sent to destroy me. I've been through things that I wasn't supposed to survive. I've been through things that was for God's glory and not mine. But he made sure that I came out and knew why I came out. And God knew what he was doing every time he did it, even when I gave up on myself. He said, not now. No, you won't, Rochelle. Somebody asked me, said, why you wear those shades? Because when you look into my eyes, what do you see? Pain. With my shades on, you don't see that pain. And even with this platform and releasing it slowly, I still carry pain. I look through my son and I'm reminded of some of the things I went through. That I have to be grateful for because of the decision that I made. I don't know if there'll ever be an end to this story, but I know there has to be an end to the pain. Forever and a day. I used to be mad at my ex because she left. And as I think back, I think I was more mad at her because she chose herself and I never knew how. She chose herself. And I could never leave somebody because I didn't know how. unless I did wrong. Until I got tired. But then I realized she wasn't mad and tired with me. She just didn't want to be tired. She was tired of being tired down. She still had more run in her. I admire her for that. At some point, I stopped running. And it seemed like when I was ready to stand up and face things, I didn't realize how many things I had been full of trauma about and what I was facing. I didn't realize. I never wanted to face stuff because a lot of things I was facing hurt. I've always tried to see the best in everybody, but I never learned to accept people for who they were. Maybe if I did, I would have been courageous enough to run too in my last relationship. And maybe when I ran, I wouldn't have ran back. But today, I realized I'm grateful that God gave me the strength to pick myself. Because I learned today I matter. I learned today I'm more than people give me credit for. People give me credit in my face, but they never give me credit in a room that I'm not intended to. They'll never give me credit in a room I'm not in attendance to. Why? Because then you give me credit that shows that I'm not as bad as you put me on a platform to be. I forgive you. You don't know me. And the person who I was 14 years ago is not the person I am now. I'm not even the same parent. I'm not the same sibling. I'm not the same daughter. I'm not even the same Christian. I never loved me enough. And I always thought to myself, I love me more enough for the both of us. I never loved myself. If I could let somebody disrespect me and defamate my character, I didn't love myself. Anyone who stays in a relationship because they're comfortable, you don't love yourself. You love the needs of a person, or that you love the need of whatever you're receiving. Anyone who stays in a relationship because they don't want to be alone doesn't love themselves. They're just afraid of who they are. Anyone who bees in a relationship with someone who can open their mouth to degrade you doesn't love you. Anyone who's in a relationship and lifts their hands to cause you harm does not love you. Anyone who's in a relationship that conflicts pain to you does not love you. When someone does these things to you, that is a person who needs to build their self up off of your fear. And if they can conflict pain on you, they can abuse your children. They can physically, mentally abuse your children. How is that love? Don't ask me, I'm asking you. I don't want to be loved like that. I don't want to be spoken to like that. I don't want you to touch me like that. I don't want you near my children. Anyone who has to put on a persona is fake. I don't need it. If you can't grab my hand in the midst of my teardowns and you can't pray with me until something changes in the atmosphere, I don't want it. If you can't calm me and pray with me, calm me with prayer, you weren't sent for me. I don't want it. In the midst of my children's trials and tribulations, if you can't grab them and pray with them until something changes, I don't want it. It wasn't sent for me. If you have to come to me and tell me about your past life instead of who you are now, I don't want it. It wasn't sent for me. If you can't touch me with gentle care and concern, I don't want it. It's not for me. I don't want love that hurts. I don't want nurturing with verbal abuse. I don't want meals prepared out of pity. I don't want you to pry on me. I want you to pray with me. I'm a gift from God to my children, to this life. He doesn't play about me. I can't let you. I've learned enemies are for deceit. I have learned your lover and best friend can be your enemy. I never hated a person. I hated their actions towards me. And then I've grown to say, I shouldn't have hated those either because I accepted them. I taught you how to hate and mistreat me by accepting everything that you decided to do to me. You can't be deceitful to me and treat my children with tender loving care. I said that. Yeah. How? My children are a fruit of me. I sowed into them. You reap what you sow, right? How can you love me and beat my children? How can you love me and try to kill me? That takes away from my children. How can you love me and beat my children? If I love my children, is it because I love my children more than I love you? Or is it because you want us all to be scared of you? What is it? I mean, at the end of the day, the question I'm asking people because you're in relationships. How can you love people that don't make time or even have a good input in your children's lives? If they've hurt you time and time again, why would you allow them to continue to keep dealing with your children? That doesn't make sense to me. The most important thing in life is your children, if you have them. I'm just saying. People change. But if you are on a repeated roller coaster and you still are continuing to get that insanity, what's changing? Other than things are changing into a worsening situation. What's getting better? Because it seems to me like nothing. It seems to me like maybe, just maybe, the only thing getting better is the way the person is worsening you. I'm just asking. People can tell you who they are until you open your eyes to see that. I can never give any woman credit for anything in my life other than my mother. My son was adopted. I can't give his mother, his biological mother, credit. She didn't save him. God did. How could I give an abusive, manipulating person credit for anything in my life if you're not in my life anymore? Doesn't that mean that it's over? So, what credit do you deserve? I mean, I'm just asking because some people feel like you owe them something. I'm not really understanding why. If I made a decision to take away from you, then that's because you wasn't supposed to have it. I didn't play God. I just did what God said. See, that's where we're not the same. I'm not confused with my decisions. I'm confused with people's expectations of me. If you're going to play a role, be that role. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not the person that's going to stay in something just because it's comfortable. I'm not doing that. If it doesn't benefit me and it doesn't benefit my son or my kids, I'm not I'm not doing it. I don't care who it feels good to. That ain't me. I don't feel like it. That's not me no more. That's my old life. And I ain't that person anymore. So chat, you can't get mad at people when they wrong you if you allow those behaviors. What you can get mad at is the fact that you stayed so long in those behaviors. But the only person that's responsible for that was you because you stayed. And people who are in abusive relationships also always say, well, I couldn't go. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Because there's ways to get out. Legal and illegal. There's ways to get out. But because you didn't love yourself enough, you didn't go. But you never, ever in life sacrifice your children for anybody. That's a no go. You never sacrifice your children. Because when life beats you down and life is falling over and your cup is running over, overflow with misery and disaster, your kids are still going to love you. If your kids don't love you, you didn't sow into them properly. And if you have adult kids that's disrespecting you, why are you allowing it? Why are you still feeding into them? Why are you still nurturing that disrespect? Why do you still feel guilty for childhood when they're adults? Why are you still trying to raise your adult children? Mistakes are made, bad decisions are made, choices are already made. They're adults. No, you don't have to let nobody defamate their character, but you don't sacrifice yourself for their disrespect either. Because they're grown. They have to stand on their own. You can't go to hell for their sins. So what makes you think you can fix them? Whatever you couldn't do when they was kids, you can't do as an adult. And when you get in a relationship, you can't get in a relationship and fix a grown ass adult. You can't raise that adult to be who you want them to be for you in that relationship. You can't do it. If they wasn't ready for that relationship, leave it alone. It's not your job to raise somebody else's grown ass child. I'm speaking to whoever, I don't care. Your mom and your daddy beat you and they beat you up. You're not about to get in this relationship and beat me up. And this goes to myself too. I don't need to be in that relationship trying to beat her up with my mouth because I'm angry at the world because the world did me wrong. She didn't do it. You don't get the right to put your hand on me. It's like I don't get the right to put my hand on you. I'm not your mama or your daddy. You're not my mama or my daddy. You can't correct the mistakes that my mama made. And I can't fix the mistakes that your mama and your daddy made. And if the relationship's over, stop trying to get back in it. If we're not friends, we don't need to be friends. That's not what God ordained. If we left our enemies, then that's who we should be. But that don't mean because I'm your enemy, I gotta run after you. It just means I need to leave you alone. Everything serves its purpose. And every hour has its day. Chat. If you're not in something that's meaningful, you're not doing what's meaningful, It's not serving its purpose, leave it alone. And if you're in a relationship with someone and they have adult children and their children are disrespectful to you, you have every right to check that and leave her where she stands or leave him where they stand. Because you can't fix their adult children, especially if they couldn't fix their adult children. And for adult children, you don't have a right to tell your parents who and when and where. Why? Because it's their life, just like you're going to do what you're going to do in your life. Chat. Love yourself. Keep yourself first. And when you find someone to love them right so they'll love you back even righter. That way you both understand right, wrong, good, bad, ugly. Chat. Life is hard by itself. You don't need added stress. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, turn on the post notification bell so when you see I keep dropping new videos. Peace and stay blessed.